Moon at nighttime during the winter. So this is actually a really cool project. You can use color pencils, crayons, watercolors. If you have oil pastels, you can even use those. Whatever you have in your house will work perfectly for this project. I'm going to use watercolors today just because I have them out, but I might switch to some crayons. So the first thing we're going to do is hold our paper sideways. Make sure you start with a pencil. The first thing you want to do is start with a large moon. Start with a huge moon. Once you draw the moon, we're then going to do the trees. For now, to start with the trees, just make some lines. You want some tall trees, some short trees. You want trees that come up to the moon. Okay, I know it looks strange right now, it's just a bunch of lines, but we're going to make those trees. Now, to make them trees, you have two ways you can do it. You can either take your pencil and start by making little lines like this. When you do a line like this, your tree wants to get bigger. So I'm going to make a triangle shape just to show you. Make the diagonals come down and it'll fill up the whole area. Some trees are a little longer, some trees are a little shorter with the branches. So like as in, meaning some of these are going to stick out a little more. Okay, so I can do that again. Make the triangle shape, make your little diagonal lines. Remember, if you have a tree, if you see a tree, some of the needles stick out more than others. So it's okay. So these are your little trees. The other option, if you want, is you can actually make your tree do the same thing, make a triangle, and then you make diagonals on the side like this. And then you can color it all black because these are a shadow or a silhouette. My marker's not working so great, but you get the idea. You're going to color all of this black. Okay, so you have the option of doing the diagonals or drawing zigzags. So it is your choice which one you want to do. But you do have to fill in all those lines. Otherwise, it just looks like a bunch of sticks sticking up in the ground. You can also, if you want, you can also add some skinnier ones in the background just to give it a more dimension or more depth. So you have a little bit skinnier ones. So you mix and match them. Once you've drawn all your trees, we're going to work on the next part, which is the moon. And when you draw the moon, we're actually going to leave it white, but we're going to add some little details in the moon. And you can do either a brown, you could do an orange, you could do blue, whatever color you want, because we're just going to add some highlights in the moon. So you're going to go around the moon like this. And you're going to add just, when you look at the moon, you guys see all those shadows at night in the moon. So like I said, you can do blue, you can do yellow, you can do orange, whatever color you want. So if you want a blue moon, that's a blue moon. If you want an orange moon, you do orange. Now for the background, you have a couple of options. You could do the background a sunset color. You could do the background like a reddish colors. You could do purples, you could do blues, you could do blacks. I'm going to show you how to do a galaxy color. So to do galaxy, you're going to do purples, blues, and some blacks. You're going to blend these all together, go around the whole moon, go around the edge, and keep doing it until you go around all your trees, and then it'll make everything really pop. If you wanted like a red sky at night, all you would do, let me wash my brush, you would probably do some oranges and some reds. So same idea. Oop, that red's not much different, is it? So let's do some pink instead. Okay, so that could be like almost like a sunset or a sunrise. Now the last option is you could just do a black sky, but you want to be careful because you want your trees to be solid black. So if your trees are solid black, the black sky might get a little lost. Now I'm going to paint over my trees right now. If you have white paint at your house, some of you might not, so that's fine. If you want to add snow on your tree, what you're going to do is this, and I'm going to tap this just to show you. You're going to take your white paint, and I don't have any white paint with me, I just have white watercolors. You can actually tap, 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 tap your tree to give it a little bit of snow on it. So you would just take your white and just do this. You could also, if you're using watercolors, here's another technique. If you draw with your white crayon first, and I'll draw right here with the white crayon, and then you take your black, it won't stick. So then you can make your snow on the tree before you paint. So that's a crayon resist. So you have lots of options to play around with this. Like I said, you can use watercolors, color pencils, crayons, oil pastels, whatever you have to work with your moon. And we're going to do it together in class if you come. If not, this you can work on your own. And again, you can do the sideways diagonals or you can do the zigzag. I can't wait to see them. Take your time, go slow, and I can't wait to see your moon.